Thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and welcome to Chicago. You've got a rally here in a moment. Give us a sense where you stand today. Should the Democratic nominee be the one who has the most delegates or the one who has the most primary votes?
Well, I think the Democratic nominee should be the person walking into the convention in Milwaukee who has the most delegates. And we hope to be in that position. Right now we're a little bit behind Vice President Biden, but I hope to catch up and pass him in the coming weeks and months.
Can you talk also about social media? Some of your supporters, and you have said that you condemned what they've done, but should there be more? First it was Elizabeth Warren, today it's Biden. It's his age, it's his cognitive ability.
Look, if you want to talk about social media, take a look at some of the very ugly, disgusting stuff that's being targeted to my surrogates, to me, to my African-American supporters, some racist, sexist stuff. Look, the internet is the Wild West, and people have got to calm down. I think if people want to talk strongly about issues, that's great. Let's not get into ugly personal attacks on all sides. But what this campaign is really about is whether who is going to be able to defeat Donald Trump, the most dangerous candidate, the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country. We think we can do that. We think we have an agenda that speaks to the needs of working class, an agenda that speaks to the needs of young people. We think we're going to need a large voter turnout to beat Trump. We think we're the campaign to do that.
All right, what about, can you win over the Obama-Trump voters, those who voted for Obama and then ended up voting for Trump?
I think we got a shot, because we will expose Trump for the fraud he is. Trump promised, as you recall, to provide health care to everybody. He tried to throw 32 million people off the health care that they have and do away with the protections for people with pre-existing conditions. We're talking about raising the minimum wage to a living wage. We're talking about doing what every other major country on earth is doing, providing health care to all people. We're talking about dealing with the existential threat of climate change.
Let's talk about health care for a minute. I hate to interrupt, but I don't have much time. So health care, why then are folks, and I've got some statistics here, Canada, they're coming here.
Really?
It has statistics
really?
to show.
All right. You want to, excuse me, do you want to do a poll? You go right now. Ask the Canadian people how they feel about their health care system. Ask the American people how they feel about their care system. Canadians do far, far better.
They wait much longer.
Ma'am, I'm just telling you a fact. The Canadian system has existed for decades under conservative leadership, under progressive leadership. It hasn't changed. The American people are buying prescription drugs in Canada. I've led several groups of people over there.
They're also coming here to have surgeries done because they don't want to wait.
Ma'am, all right, I don't want to argue with you, but I will tell you that the Canadian healthcare system is far, far more popular than the American system. Well, you want to tell me, how come we're spending twice as much per person on healthcare as the Canadians, and 87 million Americans have no health insurance? How come 30,000 people in this country die every year? How come we're paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs? How come the healthcare industry made $100 billion in profits last year, while so many of our people are uninsured or underinsured?
All right, let's talk about the rally, because there is a crowd. It might not be as big as you'd like. How then do you translate?
Why did you say that it's not as big as?
I've seen pictures of folks.
Ma'am, why did you just say that? How many thousands of people there?
Well, we'll have to see when we get there.
Well, how many? We got many thousands?
There's several thousand, but I think of course you'd probably want the whole.
Well, so would everybody.
How do you get those folks from the rally and from your other rallies translated into voters?
Well,
because
we're going to
they're not showing up at the polls.
No, it's not true either. We are, of course, doing everything we can to have the highest voter turnout in Illinois history. That's what we want. We want people to stand up for justice. We want people to come out and vote. We want people to vote for change. At a time of massive income and wealth inequality, we need an economy and a government that work for all of us, not just the 1%. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.